you grew up in Coogee and you're back in Coogee now. Where did the property buying journey start for you?
Yeah, well, it is. It's interesting. Obviously, being son of immigrant parents, it starts off uh, in a really interesting way for our family as a whole, not just myself. So, very humble beginnings. Hard working class, very working class people. So I remember my parents. They started off by renting an apartment in Coogee. Then there was a big house down the road, and which had been split up by the owners. They rented a section of that. Then they rented another section of that. Then they bought that part of the house, just a small part of the house. They bought another part of the house. Then eventually they bought the whole house. That's back in the days of solicitors' loans and all that type of stuff at the top of the pops or interest rates. And then
Was this a
slowly but
strated
surely,
house, Check? Was this a strated?
well, I think it was, yeah, they started it for the sale in particular.
Yeah.
So initially they were just renting it out. So they started a section of a big old house on Coogee Bay Road, and we bought that. And then slowly my dad and mum, were able to acquire the property. It was a beautiful house, so there's no complaints, but it was a struggle, right, obviously, because it was well above our means. And then eventually they paid it out after many, many years. And then the house next door comes up for sale. Do we buy it? Do we don't? Just got comfortable, whatever. Then, of course, we bought it. I tried to buy it at least. And then a development. And I suppose we did a development there and a block of units. And that's where I sort of get my leg in, because as part of that, I get, given something by my parents, and that helps me in Coogee. And then that helps me launch into the different property projects that I've got into, because it gives me a bit of collateral. Plus, by that stage, I'm working and earning. And I know how fortunate we were to get that start back then. It's becoming more and more difficult for, for kids to get into the market that way. So we were very fortunate. It started there with a small apartment in Coogee.